Okay, everything seems fine. So far, so good. The music is a bit loud, I think, but it might quiet down. Yeah, that seems good. All right. Here we go. We got another batch of videos to work on. There is one change that's already been made to this whole process, and that is in the end card here. So, fun story. I had to go and change the music in the background. The original song I was using is one that I found on a public domain site that I've never had any problems with. Sadly, the site no longer exists, but I still have a few songs from it. Never had an issue with it, not once. Anyway, so this song is found on that site, and you can find it on YouTube and other places. And everywhere you find it, it is always listed as free, copyright free, free to use, and even all under the name and by the author or some company that claims to represent the author. And on all the stuff, it's like, hey, you can use this in your video, it's fine, just if you'd be so kind, please put this little blurb of text in your video description somewhere, and it's all good. So obviously it's like, sure, that's no problem, I'll do that. And what I get in return is like a mafia style protection racket. It's like, hey, so it's gonna be a terrible mock accent, because obviously, but since you used our music and we let you use our music, we're just gonna take all that little bit of ad revenue your video might get. So basically, so far, 3 of the 4 videos that have gone up got flagged for a claim, basically just stating like, hey, if you end up monetizing this video, you won't make any money off of it because it'll be going to this person who made a claim, or at least a portion of it, or however it works. Which is bullcrap. When you use the word free to advertise the song, it's like, this is free, you can use this. Okay, by saying that, you imply, so long as I do your little bit of text, we're all good. You are not going to come after me for the ad revenue, but you do anyway. So I'm going with a different song. I'm using one by Arcand, because Arcand's a cool guy. And so obviously I've got the little bit here, and I'm planning on putting links in the description for all of this stuff, because I feel like, screw it, I'm gonna go with someone who I know is more reliable. I still need to probably, I don't know. One of the thoughts that crossed my mind was, you know, I'm starting to understand why so many people are enjoying the AI stuff. Music is really loud in my ears. That's as quiet as it gets. It's just really loud for me. I'm just gonna turn it down on my headphones. Anyway, so I feel like a big issue a lot of people are having these days is the people who are very anti-AI. What they're like, okay, we'll make your own music. Some people can't. Most people can't. Okay, well, pay somebody to make music. Again, most people can't. Because most people don't have that kind of money to be throwing around. So when your options get limited even further by a lot of public domain songs either not just disappearing or being copyright claimed, whether legitimately or not, I can see why it would be more and more enticing for people to look to AI stuff. It's getting kind of ridiculous, to be honest. It really is. It's just kind of... Because, I mean, for the previous Angel Steps video, I used a classical song. It's classical. It's obviously public domain. Everybody knows that. And I just got it from some, you know, random YouTube video and whatnot. And then I get a copyright claim from the BBC. Like, hey, one of our orchestras made that song. How do you know that? What the fetch? And it got claimed fast. Like, it was like set into an algorithm fast. It was crazy. This is like, I would love to see how you'd be able to prove that version was yours. And I think being able to copyright claim any version of classical music is dumb to begin with. It's classical music. It is in the public domain. You knew full well playing that song that it was in the public domain. You should have known going into it that people were going to want to use it and would have an expectation of being allowed to use it because of the whole public domain. It's like the concept of, you know, like the old Mickey Mouse thing went public domain, not actual Mickey Mouse, the Steamboat Willie. And say, what's one example? The Mouse PI game that came out recently. Say they decide to start going after copyright stuff on people who make a game similar later on. Like, okay, the concept you're using is public domain. You can't just copyright claim somebody on that just because you made this. Now, if they steal your direct game and try to sell it, that's one thing. But, like, you play a piece of music that's a public domain song. What the fetch? You know? It just... I don't know. So... this is hopefully the next solution to this problem that I'm having. Didn't realize having a little end card on my videos would be such a huge pain in the butt. Not why my videos get monetized to begin with, so just dumb. Anyway, that's my ramble done with. It's my annoyance for the day, I guess. I wonder why this video is particularly loud, it feels like. I mean, it's by a channel that I've found to be fairly reliable for stream music. But for whatever reason, this video is just a bit louder. Good grief, my brain is working oh. Yeah, my brain is doing real great today. You can really tell. Oh boy. I am definitely struggling. My dadgum brain just ain't braining. Ugh. You know, I've been thinking about it, and I think maybe I should start looking into expanding into a few other clips every now and then. Maybe like one or two like regular clips. I'll have to be a bit more picky choosy about it because I definitely don't want to run into a situation where, good grief, I'm whistling like crazy. I definitely don't want to run into a situation where I'm putting in an insane amount of work, pulling late nighters and whatnot, editing stuff, just to upload it and get like 5 views. Because that's what it used to be. Yep. Alright, dog wants to come in just a sec. I feel like I'm just missing out on some fun moments because I don't do regular clips barely at all anymore. So I really want to get back to doing that, but I want to be careful because I don't want to go back to where I was before, where I was just constantly busy, constantly on the computer, particularly with subtitles. I'd be working on subtitles so much, and I'd spend so much time. It's why I don't do a lot of big edits very often. Because it's just hours and hours and hours of work, and it gets like no views and then just disappears. Maybe a handful of likes on Twitter, and that's about it. So it's just not worth the amount of work being put into it. So I want to try to find a balance between the two. Because while this may not be all about money and whatever, one does need some sort of not necessarily monetary value, but the feeling of all of the work that you put into something being worthwhile, you know? And monetized or not, getting enough views on a video to the point where it could make money would show that it was being that worthwhile because people were watching, people were enjoying, and stuff like that. And so So I do want to do more regular clips, but I want to be careful about it because I need to try to still have more time to try to figure out, you know, job hunting and finding whatever sticks to help me make some money to get by. But I also want to try to avoid having the same VTubers a little too much, or stuff like that. So I think criteria will be focusing on VTubers whose communities give some form of consistent views, feedback, you know, comments, likes, views, etc. And then also maybe some who aren't in the top 10 batch for that particular month. So we'll see. You'll know I'm getting desperate if I start delving into like HoloLive clips and stuff. That can be a fairly easy way of getting by in terms of growing a clipping channel. HoloLive is popular enough that pretty much any channel that exists, it could be just a random channel with like no profile picture, a lazy channel name, like just Joe Schmoes, and it's just gray. It's just the gray circle with a J in it. It's just your default profile picture for the channel and whatnot. And it just uploads random unedited clips, and it gets at minimum tens of thousands of views. brain broke for a second there. I'll never understand playlists that will add different like back the sound effects and whatnot from stuff. It's like, just if you're gonna mess around with the music, just mess around with the music. Don't be adding random sound effects to things. If it's themed like those videos that like have ambience like rain or whatever, that's one thing, but like just what we had just there. Just random sound effects from Breath of the Wild. It's like, it's probably not necessary to be throwing in there. It's distracting. I am probably going to need to end the stream a little bit early today. Not like super early, just probably won't be able to go the full 2 hours just because I have stuff going on today. Since we'll be saving time on certain parts of the process, that should probably be fine. I really need to try to do some research into maybe there's some sort of niche in or something that needs something that is not being done that could be done that people might be looking for. Well, not that I can mess around with my video editing. What is this music? This is getting ridiculous. We're switching to the reliable one. Good grief. What is this nonsense? What am I listening to? There we go. All reliable. See, this is what happens every time I go, you know, I listen to the same song, like the same playlist on every stream. Maybe I should mix it up a little. And then I'll look around and I was like, oh, here's something. This might be good. And then it's just like, never mind. I should just go back to what I usually listen to. Every time. It's so obnoxious. I haven't done a Monarch video in a long time. I don't know if I have. I do not have one set up for Monarch. I was gonna say I haven't done one of those in a while. I think I did one for Monarch once. She usually has like her own stuff on her channel, so I try not to step on any toes kind of thing, you know? But then at one point I just realized, why am I so worried about that? My channel gets like 20 to 100 views max. I don't think I'm gonna be stepping on any toes. So microscopic and inconsequential. Don't think it'd even be noticed, let alone make a dent. I'm just worrying for nothing. Alright, this one should be easy enough, because there's a pretty solid fur pattern here on character model that we can follow. Okay, so there's option 1. And here's option 2. Part of me is rather partial to option 2. But I think option 1 is more clear cut in what it is. Option 2 just kind of, the colors all kind of blend together. And it defeats the whole point of using multiple colors if it's just a boring, just a blend of meh. It all just merges together. So I think we'll go with option 1. Yeah, I think my goal for the Clips channel moving forward is I'm gonna try to use these top Clips videos as a way to, one, just because I want to make these, but two, I can use them as a way to gauge a community's interest / willingness for engagement and whatnot, and then I can focus on the VTubers with the communities who... Oh crap, what do I do here? Is this... Obviously this outfit is not the general, it's what's going on right now, but I think most of the color schemes are fairly similar so long as I keep the hair colors the same. So I can go with a white in the center, and then the butterfly blue and or purple, whatever, here stays pretty much the same across models. So I can use that, and then the hair color stays pretty much the same between models as well. Hey Zal, how's it going? Appreciate you popping by. Something like this? Or should I switch it? Hold on, I'm gonna try. So if I go like this, I might like this one better. Yeah, that's about the hair color. Up right here-ish. That's actually a little bit lighter. Probably go a little darker. I think that should about cover the usual. I think Amelie tends to have that same kind of color pattern across the different outfits and models. So that should be good, I think. Maybe. Or what we could do, there's like this really darker purple here. What we could do is grab that and then nah. Yeah, this just feels like it's more color pattern I'm expecting. Hold on, I gotta let the dog out just a sec. I think we'll go with this one for now. I'm just gonna name it something specific. Oh, for crying out loud, the dog's back scratching at the door. Less than 10 seconds every time. It's getting annoying. Why do you even bother leaving? She'll leave the room, wander around for about 5 seconds, and then come back. It's like, okay, time for you to pick me up again. Honestly. Little goober. Alright. So back onto the topic I was on before. As I'm thinking about moving back into doing regular clips every now and then, I'm going to try to use these videos as a way to gauge communities that are more willing, that are more interested and willing to have forms of engagement, who are VTubers whose communities are more likely to provide more views for the videos and so on and so forth. And those will be probably the primary targets for those other clips. And then using that, with any luck, maybe we'll be able to expand the clips channel. Because I think it's amazing where we've gotten it, but in terms of the channel's overall longevity, the growth is a little plateau-ish. Okay, that's what's going on. Sadly, it's very hard these days to be able to hold a hobby that doesn't offer you something that can help stabilize your life. Or at the very least. Anyway. It's hard to spend time on something when you are in a position in life where you need stuff to survive. Kind of like when your parents would scold you for playing video games when you need to be doing your homework, you know? This one I might need to... Well... It fits! So, believe it. Cutting it close, though. I wonder if there is, like, I don't know, I would assume there's probably something, but I wonder if there's a type of this sort of VTuber content that people are looking for or would be interested in that I could delve into. Whoops, I'm going the wrong way. Crying out loud, this is just don't know why it's not selecting what I want. Supposed to be 1 click to place the cursor, 2 clicks to select a single word, and 3 clicks to select an entire line. But for some reason, it's not registering at least one of my clicks. Okay, sometimes it's not registering any of them. Good grief. I'm glad I'm not a just chatting streamer. I feel like I'd really struggle to find things that'd be interesting and what's a good word for it? Unupsetting topics to talk about, which is really hard these days because people seem to get incredibly butthurt over just about anything and everything these days. Almost every topic on the face of the planet is politicized in some way or another. And then a lot of movies, TV shows, video games, whatever pop culture stuff has been depressingly disappointing in recent years. Or not years, but days, in recent days. So I guess years too if I'm talking about just being a just chatting streamer in general. I mean, if I were, for crying out loud, select what, it's just not registering one of my clicks. It's like, oh, you want to, so I'm sitting here clicking like a madman, and it's like, oh, you want to select this person's name, right? No, I want to select all of it. The name, right? All of it. The name? Oh, for crying out. Holy crap. Just recently, in just, you know, a lot of the recent stuff, feel like this is a case where maybe I capitalized the A on mistake by mistake there, not. Let's see, we've got Star Wars. My favorite thing is just nothing but disappointment. One of my second favorite things, Doctor Who, is also a disappointment. What? So a lot of the recent movies, Spider-Man was disappointing. Odyssey was disappointing, not for the reasons people popularly think. Oh yeah, Halo. That was disappointing. What do I talk about? If I were a chatting streamer, what on earth would I talk about? Definitely don't want to start going deep into personal stuff, because, you know, it gets weird. Not for any bad reasons, but I'm also not the greatest storyteller in the world. My brain has a hard time holding on to a train of thought for any long periods. Plus the fact that my voice is not exactly entertaining one. I'm fairly monotone. I definitely do not have a voice for entertainment. I don't know, maybe people just enjoy having the quieter streams where I'm not really talking, it's just me working with music in the background. Maybe people like that. I don't know. I don't exactly reach a wide enough audience to get the large amount of feedback to really know for certain. So, I don't know. The upside of being a smaller streamer, you can basically just kind of do whatever you want because nobody gives a crap. But you also will never know if anything you're doing is actually having a positive impact on your overall growth and whatnot, because you don't have enough people, again, don't really give a crap, or at least not enough to give you a big enough opinion pool. honestly, if I had to give my preference of where I'd like to end up as a streamer, whatever any of this stuff is, I don't know if I'd call myself a content creator. Just go editor, streamer slash editor. I would say moderate. One of the last things I want is to get big enough where everything I say or do gets put under a microscope, because that's annoying. But being too small and unnoticed brings in the problem of, well, becomes a hobby that you have to keep putting things into and you don't get anything back out of it, kind of thing. And then when you talk about it, people look at you like you're wasting your life away. So being somewhere in the middle would be good. I don't need to be super popular. Don't need to make a ton of money. But, you know, just something at the very least to be a hobby that might give me like a rainy day fund kind of thing. I also never want to be too big of a I would also never want to be too big of a creator, because my anxiety gives me enough negative feedback as it is. I'm not one of those people that screams and cries about, oh, I have anxiety and whatnot, like, because it's not like it's life debilitating, it's just noxious. But like right now, the little voice of anxiety in the back of my mind going, don't we tend to talk about these kind of topics a lot, shouldn't we talk about something else? And then if I talk about something else, like, why are we talking about this? Do you think people will enjoy you talking about this? Maybe they just want you to shut up and do work. So I already have all the comments in my head. I definitely don't need actual people saying them. It's not necessary. My brain's already got it covered. All right. Oh. actually, what I should do is I should check the ending for each of these.
Oh my. Oh hello. You son of a bitch.
I don't remember what. Hold on, I need to look at the title. Oh, now I remember what this one is about. That.
Oh my.
Where should I end this one? I think right here is actually pretty good. Oh, that's something I forgot to do. I forgot to add the multi-band compressor. Dog wants to go out again. Here we go. All right. Okay. I should probably. Here we go. Let's try a different one. What in the world? Okay, 106. Okay, yeah, that's more what I'm looking for. I forgot. I need to add the. Multi-band compressor to all of the clips. I should probably look for any clips that still have the Twitch captions. I know there's a few. Crying out loud, dog. She's getting extra demanding with how she wants to be let in. It used to be just a light scratch at the door, now it's like she punches the door. Oh dear. She's becoming a cranky old lady. If I wanted to do this kind of thing the lazy way, what I could do is just never just never go in and capture clip myself and just leave the Twitch subtitles and just cover them up and leave it at that. But I don't want to ever do that because that would be, again, the lazy way of doing it, and I don't want to do that. I don't remember where this... we'll worry about that later. Actually, we can worry about that now because I have it right here. I already... There we go. All right. There we go. This one's not extended, so fine to kind of leave it where it is. This one is extended, so we should try to...
What did I do to her? I think maybe handsome, strapping.
Kill some time.
It's hard to be a sensitive young man in this world of evil, mean women, Nikes. Ugh.
Yep, I think it's fine where it is.
You guys don't thank them like your lives depended on it. So like I feel like
Thank you.
Trauma. I've bonded already.
We've already trauma bonded. You don't have to. You don't have to.
I think
What's a little more?
you guys need more because you guys, whenever you get subs, I notice that you guys don't thank them like your lives depended on it. So like I feel like
Thank you. Thank you.
Bro, I'm so cooked. I read his super chat as you're putting the cow in overdrive. And like, I don't know what's happening.
This one also isn't extended, so that doesn't matter. Hmm. It should be fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
I need to find a new way of doing this.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Oh, here's a thought. No, that won't work.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, that just worked better. I mean, for some of them, it just ends up working out because the model isn't moving too much. You just don't notice anything happening, really. Why am I getting all of these errors? What the crack is... Just whatever.
Oh my. Oh. Oh my.
Hmm. Oh. May have to leave it here just because I have things I need to do now. Life is getting busy. Anywho, I gotta get ready to go do some stuff, so I just don't think I have enough time to start on another section. What we have left is essentially we're down to working out where each video starts and ends, and where each clip starts and ends, and the chapters. It's where we would usually cover.
How exactly are you planning to get up there, Rajiv? Bridge.
We can go for a few more minutes. It'll be fine. It stays at 1 for a... Okay, hold on. Where does it get 1? 43? Good grief. That's a long time. Okay, let's cut it down all the way to here. How's this? I messed up somewhere in that, so we'll just do that and poof, done. Back to normal. Yeah, so yeah, that works pretty well. I think that's a good place for it.
Hi.
Then cut the end there.
What's this thing called? Sun. For the 29 months. For the 29 months. Months.
Yeah, that's a better place.
We're gonna save here for now.
Okay, I think that's good. And then can at least get the chapters done in this first one. So I can try to have it ready to go. For audio work, chapters. There we go. Alright, there we go. I will have to leave it there because I've got to go do stuff. Alright, well, thank you everybody that came by. I appreciate it as always. Until next time, I hope y'all have a good one. Hope to see you again another time. Bye.